Hey guys, this is Bennma, the time traveler who is stuck in a timeline called YouTube. And welcome back to Narcissu. It's been so long that I feel so bad for not continuing. The only problem is that I'm not a really good, what do you call it, reader. My English isn't very good, so editing this is such a pain in the ass. So sometimes I'm like, I would feel better if I record something simple to edit more than this. So yeah, just let's just go. Okay. So it has been a while. I kind of forgot. So let's just go, I guess, and hopefully we will remember. So yeah. Of course, for this car, I didn't know how many liters it took, but I thought we probably had enough to fill the tank once. It wasn't as if we had a destination or anything, but losing our legs would mean we would. Oh god, there is a bug on my monitor. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Keep going. It's falling. I can see it. It's small. It's fast. I hate small things. Die, because I am afraid of you. Die. I can't see it anymore. It doesn't exist. Okay. Okay. But losing our legs would mean we would be stuck. I'll go get some gas. While speaking, I turned the wheel and headed towards the gas station in front of us. Ooh, I feel so itchy. Please, no bugs. I hate anything small. That's why I hate babies. Welcome. Will it be credit card or cash? With cash. Will it be regular or high octane? Regular, high octane? I don't know. I didn't really understand. Of course, when it came to this car, there was lots of things that I didn't know. Me too. I have no information about cars or anything like that. So I'm with you. Who's me, the heroine of this the main character? I have no idea if it's. I still have no idea what's my name. That's really weird, or I just didn't notice it. Anyway, but since I had only just gotten my license, I knew very little of about this sort of things in general. Same. I'm 18 and I don't drive, so I'm not willing to drive any car anytime soon. I just don't like cars. Which shall it be? I hesitated to speak while the part-time clerk waited for my answer from the other side of the window. And just when I was about to say it didn't matter, the girl in the passenger seat spoke. Yes, regular. Yes, regular, cash, full tank. Will that be alright? Yes, please. Yes, certainly. Oh, that was an awkward situation. With a cheerful reply, the attendant began to skillfully use the gasoline pump. From the window open about 10 centimeters came the distasteful. See, I don't do good with English. I'm just gonna not edit this much, so just fuck it, I don't care. About 10 centimeters came the distasteful smell of gasoline. Say, regular is fine for this? At this question, the girl remained silent and said she quietly pointed at the price listed on the pump. Oh, of course, this was the cheaper one. Uh huh. I didn't really know much about this, but I didn't think there was that much difference. And then there was the meter on the gas pump before my eyes, reporting the amount used. 25, 26, 27, 28. The digital display was counting up furiously. Did I screw up? Looking at those numbers, I began to get nervous. Just before I had wound up saying a full tank on a whim, but the amount of money we had on hand wasn't all that much. Putting together all that change, it was about 7,000 yen or 7k yen. Of course, I had no idea how large this car's tank was. If there wasn't enough money, what would happen? Going by the price list shown, I believe we had enough for about 60 liters. But 38, 39, 40, 41. Even now, the meter was counting up without slowing down. Under normal conditions, it would have been something I wouldn't have worried about. But as I continued watching, I grew more and more nervous. Damn it, it's still going? Before I knew it, the words tumbled out.
大丈夫よ。
Uh,
もう止まるわ。
does she know about cars also? I remember that she likes maps. Well, she said that she likes maps and anything that can take her around, like cars, buses, trains. Eh?
これ、50リッター
Lita.
だから。
Just as she said, when the meter was between 47 and 48, it stopped. Following that, the sound of a receipt being printed rang out, and once again, the part-time clerk came back. Sorry for the wait, it comes to 5,240 yens. Here. From my pocket, I took out and handed over a 5k yen bill with a crumbled 1k yen bill. I really don't do good with reading, don't I? The whole game is kind of like reading. Sorry, but still, I mean, this is not that bad. Okay, I am. Here's your change of 760 yens. Is that how you even say numbers of money? I don't know. And your receipt. Thank you very much. Putting the clerk's a bright voice behind us, I once again pulled the car out onto the road before us. Once again, the silver coat ran. With this, I felt the urgent fear. I feel the urgent fear of the gas tank to be gone for the moment, and our remaining funds was just about 2k yen. Was that not enough? Was that good? I don't know yens. I like, oh crap. I was also worried about that, but I was also curious about what happened just before. Oh. Hey, are you? Could it be that you know a lot about cars? Okay, normal answer, I guess. Not particularly. Didn't you just say this was a 50 liter before? Of course, this much might just have been a guess or something that was a common knowledge. However, previously the girl also knew about the roads. Also nagged by the fact I took out the car registration on the dashboard. You would, of course, know this car's name, right?
それは質問。
I don't know. Well, you can think of it as a quiz.
インテグラ、タイプ R、クーペ。
Never heard of it. My whole life. Am I even a guy? A guy who doesn't know cars? I guess I am. That's correct. And the specs?
99年式、高速ミッション。
How
出力、
do you know?
100馬力。
Okay. I hadn't thought that she would really answer. My eyes couldn't help but follow the words on the registration in my hand as the girl flatly continued speaking.
全長4380。
Ca-
全国
Can you even...
総排気量 1797cc。
Like, is other, like, normal guys know these types of stuff? Like, if I would know anything about cars, I would just know, like, I don't know, the name of a car. That would be like a huge improvement. But knowing these numbers just
まだいるの？
no, yeah, no, that's enough. Correct. As I replied, I returned the registration to its place. Unbelievably, all the specs were exactly as recorded. Good God, she's like a genius, car genius. Or maybe she wants to be a car mechanic or something. Or that's just the common knowledge and I'm just stupid. I am stupid, but you know. It was very much something that I didn't think could be memorized. See, same. Like, I relate to this character, which is supposedly me. A female version of me, I guess. Am I even a girl in this? Who am I? I don't really know. Anyway, it was very much something that I didn't think could be memorized. If asked by someone, I couldn't begin to imagine. If asked by someone, I couldn't begin to imagine. Okay. But right before my eyes, the girl answered. Oh, okay, now I get it. Moreover, considering the rose and flowers from before, I could believe that she knew about a wide variety of things. Hey, why do you know so much? What a weird question. Like, imagine if someone comes and tell you, hey, how come do you know so much? Like, the first thing that will come to your mind is like, bitch, fuck off. I don't know.
あなたより年上だからよ。
Are you? With just that answer, once again, the girl fell silent. Gazing out the window, she didn't give off an air that she would answer any new question I raised. Older. It really didn't look it. But those were also the girl's words from before. Name, Setsume, blood type O. Those were the words written on her white violet bracelet. And that she seemed to be older. That was the little information I knew of her. Is she older than me? Like, again, who am I? I like information about myself. Because if the game thinks that it's important to tell me, it will tell me. If not, then I get it, okay. Okay. When the sun was slowly setting, the silver coal continued running. Without a destination. Without a destination. Without a place it needed to go to. Just simply moving forward. The issue of gasoline was fine. but the remaining money had mostly disappeared. Even counting the change, it was about 2k yen. Thinking in terms of buying meals at convenience stores, it would last about 3 or 4 days. Hey, what should we do from now on?
質問の意味がわからない。
Like money, like we need money. We're like running out of money. We need like to work or something. I mean, we don't have much money left,
だから
you see? And so, you? The girl was as she always had been. She spoke while bringing the nigiri just bought from the convenience store to her mouth. And also, just by continuing to drive like this, without a doubt, the gasoline was being used. In reality, doing nothing, just standing still might have been better. However, doing nothing, being unable to do anything, just staying still was painful. While thinking that, I kept driving. From previous experience, driving on the smaller roads, it was about just 3 days before the gasoline ran out. The remaining 2k yen used to buy food from convenience store was also 4 days probably. Clearly, the end of things was coming into sight. Hey you, that place, Awajishima, was it? You wanted to go there? You want to go there? There was no reply, just the usual gazing out the window, as always. I might want to go a bit, maybe. Why? Oh, that was, but there wasn't any, she didn't say anything. There's no voice acting for that. Anyway, well, that's... Of course, from the start we hadn't dashed out of the 7th floor with goals or plans. أيوة شنو؟ مسجلة مش عارف. That was why for me, going west, east, or whenever it was, it didn't matter. I was sure any place would be fine, would have been fine. I just wanted some goal or destination. When the day completely turned into night, I was in some pachinko parlor's parking lot. Of course, I wasn't planning on making money off pachinko or slots. With this merely 2k yen, I knew, with this measly 2k yen, I knew I didn't stand a chance. However, if it were just a 10 or 20,000 yen, it should be easy to steal that much. That was from my previous travels through pachinko parlors, I guess. With just that much, for the moment it would be fine, and from that, we might even be able to get to that Awajishima. That was why I spoke about my plan to the girl. How about it? Wanna try? Okay. I see, alright. It was what was expected, but I was plainly refused. From the start, it wasn't as if I was expecting anything from the girl. Just call her Satsumi, okay? You ran out together or something, right? Just stop calling her girl. It wasn't as if I had sought out her help. Explaining my plans to her was more like a declaration. Well then, wait a bit. Leaving her in the car, I walked towards the pachinko parlor alone. Inside, oh, this is like the gambling things, right? Looks like uh, I don't know. It's just a gambling game center like place. Inside the unexpectedly crowded shop, there was a number of machines, um, ball spinners, and a fair amount of people. Here and there were also a number of stacked cash boxes. It might be just right. Making that decision, I headed towards the slot corner. That was my target. I can't read. I guess we're ending this episode. Not now, like just a little bit more. After a while, scouting from the ice list. I don't know these terminologies, so I don't know. I just don't. I don't English. That's anyway. From examining the area, I found one machine. Some middle-aged man was definitely looking like an office worker, and stacked 4 boxes by his feet, and above his head had another 2 stacked. Moreover, it was corner machine, and the neighboring machines were empty. From what I had seen from before, he also didn't seem to have come with friends or acquaintances. Acquaintances? I don't know. Again, I don't know English. The conditions were lined up. Most likely in that state, even if 1 box by his feet were stolen, he wouldn't notice right away. Ooh, we're stealing again. If it was like a similar shops, it would be worth 2k yen. If we had just that. I simply waited internally for the office worker-like person to head to the restroom so we can steal from him. Eventually, about when 30 minutes had passed, finally the man stood up from his seat. Quickly following after, I went to the restroom to make sure. Then in a rush, I quickly returned to the slot machine. Next, while checking the people who were playing the slots and the shop staff, I slowly approached the machine. Then, in order to avoid suspicion, acting perfectly natural, I pulled up a cash box at my feet. At that instant, a tremendous sound raised as the slot coins scattered on the floor. Crap. Pulled it up. Was the plan? No, certainly I raised it up once with these hands. However, unable to support the weight, I wound up dropping the entire box on the floor. Ooh, this is not good. Oh no, and then all eyes looked over, wondering what caused the loud racket. I thought I heard the sound of voices fill the prisons of people running over. However, those voices were heard from behind me. Already by that time, I was 2 meters in front of the shop exit. Ooh, slam. Starting the engine in a big rush, I slammed on the gas. Turning the wheel, I hurriedly pulled the car out. At that time, Oh no. Maybe because I had driven up into a curb or something. Just that moment, I wound up ramming the rear. That gari gari sound was the nasty sound of the body scrubbing. Wait, what? Did we run over someone? No, that was something else. No, that was like an object, not a living thing. Yeah. However, there wasn't time to worry about that. I drove out onto the road in front of us. Yeah, we didn't run over anyone. Whew. While rubbing my chest, which was almost out of breath, I drove Silver Cove along the now totally dark road. I was a bit worried about the spot that was hit before, but for now, getting away from that place had priority. Then, driving about 10 minutes, about when we were totally clear of the Panchico parlor, I stopped the car by some roadside and began inspecting the place that was hit earlier. No blood, no blood, no blood, no blood. Okay, I probably misread that. We didn't run over anyone. Nice. It's probably nothing major. From the passenger seat, the girl called to me, sounding just a tiny bit worried. While I inspected the damaged area, I answered. Looking at it, the rear bumper was slightly dented. I don't really know what's the rear bumper also. Again, don't know cars. Plus, I don't know English, so yeah. And the muffler's tip was a bit cracked. Again, with just that, there probably wouldn't be. With just that, there probably wouldn't be a problem driving. For some reason, I don't know what do you call it. I forgot. Damn it. Phew. Feeling relief, I let out a sigh. So close. Immediately, I recalled the events in the Pachico parlor. I had failed with just a little more to go, but if I did it well, the next time I thought I could succeed. You're trying that again? Really? I mean, maybe. Anyway, I figured that even though I hadn't been able to carry the cash box, that was only because I hadn't lifted heavy things in a while. Do you even lift, bro? If I were prepared from the start, I could probably manage.
勘違いしてるわね。
Hmm? え？
今のあなたは以前のあなたとは違うはず。
The girl spoke words as if she were seeing clear through as if she were seeing clear through me. However, with weight like that,
同じように考えない方がいい。
okay. Most likely, what the girl was saying was right. I didn't want to admit it, but the me now was different from the me from before. Certainly, with my strength reduced by this much, it was hard to believe I would succeed. Okay, now I get it, because the more time I spend, the more weaker I get and the closer to death I get. Okay, I forgot that this was... Oh, damn it, I forgot that we're gonna die soon. Crap, now I'm sad. Okay, then what should I do? To that question, there came no answer, just quiet gazing at the dark sky beyond the window. That probably was telling me to give up. Well then. Oh, we finished chapter 4. Oh, we finished chapter 3, which was maps. Next one is going to be the emeralds here. For now, thank you, my friend, for watching till the very end, and I, the great Bennma, shall meet you in a different timeline. Bye.